This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Don't you know how lonely it can be?
Good morning, y'all. It's market day! Okay, so this is outfit for right now. Just for load-in. We have a t-shirt, shorts. I'm doing hokas. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure I don't get a sciatic flare-up. But the minute we get to the warehouse, we have to start chalking the floors. It's like, let me check what time it is. I'm running off of only 4 hours of sleep. Thank God for concealer, because I look dead right now. It's 9:46. So the warehouse opens in 14 minutes. Let's go load up the car. Our trunk is totally empty right now, so we're gonna fill it with as much as possible. Arthur's busy loading a friend's car. Thank you to Nilsen. He came through to help us load all of his TVs, because Arthur's gonna have his own retro gaming area there. He's gonna have like 9 TVs, a whole bunch of like 9 different consoles. Oh my gosh, that did like nothing. I think we can start bringing clothes in. We just got here. They said that the gate is open, so maybe we should be able to. Oh damn, what the heck? It said it was open. Hey Yuka, gates are open. Woo! Morning, how are you doing?
You guys want me to disengage it?
Let's see what it's looking like. I guess this is where our booth is gonna be. Yuka's already over here, making sure there aren't any issues, because remember last time we had ants, but they cleaned that up super easily. Lighting in here is so great! And then we're gonna have to pay the rest of the venue so we can totally and officially get started. We have Gabe and Yuka back there. They're chalking the floors. Thank goodness, because honestly, I don't think I can do that with my sciatica. Bending down multiple times, so not good for my back.
You made me wish I could change. Nah, I just can't stand the way. It's too bad, too bad. Damn, you're too bad, too bad.
A lot of people don't show the logistics behind hosting events. So right now, I just found a comfy spot. I'm going to send follow-up text, and then I have to pay the venue. So let's see how much is left to pay.
Oh, baby girl, you're too bad. You get me nervous, make me lose all my game. I cringe at every word that wants to escape. You leave me breathless and I can't catch a break.
All right, we are good to go. Everything is sent. Let's finish loading. Something exciting about this particular event is that we're gonna have a lounge area for the very first time. So we bought our own rugs. We have 2 huge, massive ones, and then we have bean bags coming at 2 o'clock. Don't judge our rug choice, because we didn't have very many options. So tell us what you guys think. We feel like it fits the theme of the Enchanted Forest, but it's also gonna be good for other events. But don't judge too harshly. I feel like you have to wait until the bean bags are set up, when the DJ's set up. But this is what it looks like. I know, I thought it looks so cute when you bought it.
Yeah. This area should be big.
I swear to God, when we bought this, we thought it was gonna be massive. And look at this. It's actually not that big. This is me for reference. Dang, I totally forgot. One of them is actually for Arthur's Retro Gaming Center, which I think is gonna be like somewhere in this general area. So I guess we'll set that up. We're at an angle now, so that way our DJ and our harp player can have sound going out instead of just in this general direction. And I feel like then we can disperse a whole bunch of bean bags in a little half arc. Yeah, I like that. It's cute, it's cute, it's cute. My pores are gonna be cleaned out by tomorrow, that's for sure, because I'm already sweating so much. But now we're making our second trip back to the loft so we can grab the rest of my booth stuff. And we're taking Yuka's SUV. So it's gonna be huge. I don't even drive, but I'm convinced I need a van, a a truck or some sort of SUV in my life now. So all that's left is loading up Arthur's boom boxes and just all of this inventory, and then we're done. We can go back to the warehouse. And just like that, we're done. The last thing we have to take is, okay, last night for like an hour, 30 minutes, I made Jello shots, but they're glittery, sparkly Jello shots. And so that's gonna be the very last thing we come back for. Thankfully, they already turned to Jello. They're gelatinous, but we have no way to transport them because they're like tiny little cups in stacks of 5. So we're gonna try to find like an ice chest.
To be the baddest fish in the whole damn sea. But there's a sinking feeling only he knows. To be the coolest guy down where nobody goes. Laser beams attached to sharks.
Guys, sorry, a lot of time has gone by, but my booth is pretty much set up already. I'm gonna be the first booth as soon as you walk in. I absolutely despise double racks, but we have one and we're gonna try to work with it. So right now I'm setting up Arthur's table. This is where he's gonna have all his boom boxes and like physical media. I do have a handful of rings. I actually still need to polish them, so we're gonna do that a little bit later. But this is the before. This is what the table's looking like. Let's set her up. How to merchandise this stuff. I thought I was gonna have this like amazing reveal, but honestly it's just like big heaps of plastic. I don't know how to merchandise it. I don't know how to like visually place everything where it looks aesthetic. And also I feel like my rings just look out of place with everything else, but I've got nowhere else to put them, so here's the final result. Well, the good news is that with this market, the chairs and the tables were on time. That's mine! Oh my gosh! I thought I'd lost my phone. The only thing is bean bags are late. They are 25 minutes late. So I'm gonna have to give them a call. I already sent one follow-up text. Let's call him right now. We have Arthur doing some BTS right now. So this is what it's looking like, y'all. Some vendors are coming in early, so we're just letting them do that just because I know a lot of people like to take their time, and sometimes an extra 15 minutes really does make a difference. But here's our bar area. Look at this! I printed this last night. It could have gone down just a little bit. We got these little like flower decorations at a flea market. Here, all thanks to our Staples baddie who let us know that you can make cutouts. So we have a fairy here and a bunny in the front. This is what our lounge area is looking like right now. Imagine a harp player, a DJ, this huge ass beanbag that we got at the flea market. So I was getting a little scared with the beanbags. Guys, they're like running 44 minutes late, but he got back to me. I don't think I was scammed. He's a legit guy. And he was like, I'm so sorry. Let me call the delivery guy. I'll give you an update ASAP. So I was just like, okay, that alone makes me feel so much better. But they're only 9 beanbags, so it's not like he needs an hour or even really 30 minutes to set up. All we need is like 10-15 minutes to get this lounge area set up. But if you need help setting up your own professional website, do it with Squarespace. They're today's video sponsor. They empower individuals to create an online web presence, but also launch their passion projects. Your website with Squarespace can be accessible on a desktop or laptop, your phone, and you can sell tangible items, sell digital items, sell a service, sell access to videos, or just use it as a blog. They also have a whole bunch of features that you can use to streamline the website making process. The first thing is that they have a whole library full of different website layouts that you can choose from. So there's absolutely no coding needed, and you can customize it however you want. The most useful feature I use is inventory management, and since I sell a lot of tangible items on my website, this is what keeps track of all of my inventory, and so Squarespace will send me a notification when something sells, is low in stock, or is completely sold out. The last feature I use is called a video collection. So this is where you can sell access to videos on your website, but I use it more to showcase videos, and the best part is that all you need is a link to the video you want to use. But there's a free trial waiting for you at Squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, visit Squarespace.com/Chanel to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to hosting Usagi Mercado. And then here we have Arthur's retro gaming lounge area. So originally that carpet or this rug was supposed to be under here, but this is way too big. Him and the boys did it. I think it looks really good. I think in the future we're gonna swap out the chairs. I just feel like this looks not the most aesthetic. Our budget isn't the grandest this time around, so It's okay, we gotta work with what we got. None of the tattoo artists are here quite yet just because they don't really need that much time to set up. But we do have their little trash cans ready for them. But this place is starting to fill up. This is gonna be so fun. They get to just rummage through all of this, choose what they want. And you know what's perfect? Is that like people are gonna be dressed up, they can accessorize and wear it right at your booth.
We are mystical, like fairy girls.
Perfect. Do you wanna say hi? It's gonna be my YouTube.
Hi guys!
Yeah! This middle area is looking really good. I love all the textures, the prints, the colors. Oh my gosh, very fairy core. Perfect for the Ren Fair too. Jewelry looks beautiful. The setup looks so good. Hello, hello. And then we also have tarot card reading, more jewelry. Oh, let me show you the outside. This is where our trinket wall is. It's all set up. So this is what we're starting off with. We have little Snoopy characters, a lot of jewelry. Oh my gosh, these are yuccas. Little milky fork and spoon utensil charms. I brought over some pins. What is this called? A nami? And then I brought all of the clothes for the swap. Just to start us off, we do have a few grails. Like, Yuka included some Japanese denim in here. If you see my closet clean out video, you know this was in there. I also have my unicorn reworked dress in here. So we'll see who gets that. I know a lot of you guys also really liked, where is it? Where is it? Right here. My t-shirt dress. We'll see if anyone claims that one too. We've got a ramp over here that people can use so that way hauling in all their inventories easy peasy.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you?
We've got some porta potties and hand washing stations. They got here early. This was the first thing to arrive, so super, super grateful for that. We've got 6 10x10 booths, and then eventually we're gonna have a truck out here. They're gonna be serving beef patties, literally the most delicious patties ever. We've got matcha cat here with some drinks. We have perhaps Japanese with spam musubi, garlic noodles. We've got more drinks. This is literally you, huh? Twins. And then we have Lee over here with his teas. Super yummy presentations, always amazing. Hello, hello. And then of course Betty's Tacos. They're always with us. Super yummy. They have agua frescas, plenty of water, chips. Yeah, yum. So let's go check up with my sister up in the front. She's handling all of the volunteers. And let's see how they have it all set up. So Carla and I, we're gonna be scanning QR codes. Who would like to put wristbands on people? Okay. It looks like my sister's a little busy, so we'll let her be. But as soon as you walk in, you're welcome by our little Usagi sigil area. And so this little guy should come on the floor though. Oh, I literally just tore this. Okay, we gotta be careful with this tape. That's what we get for using Dollar Tree table blocks. Yuka is out getting ready. She needed a shower because it was just way too hot. She's getting ready. Daniel's gone, so it's only me and Arthur, but I literally feel like I'm being pulled in so many different directions. I know that I'm good at handling things in stressful and like fast-paced environments, but it's low-key kind of getting to me because it is really hot. And I am kind of depending on Arthur as a crutch.
And I'm terrible at stressful situations.
Not even just for like solutions, but it's just like emotionally, Art. You're here to like stabilize me. Okay, so bean bags are on their way. They're gonna be here even more late now. They said they're gonna get here at 3:30. We literally went from noon to 2.
There's a dog right there.
Come on. Are these cat ones?
These are cat ones.
These are cat ones.
It's freeze-dried caplin. That's gonna be catnip,
No
silver vine,
way.
and duck hearts. And then that one's a shrimp.
So good.
Yeah, we'll probably do some, we'll spoil them later tonight, yeah. Hello, hello, you look so cute. Good, you know where you're headed? Yeah. Okay, awesome, see you soon. Y'all, look for the Ren Fair, the buttons, a little skirt belt. I know these are like so popular and they're all handmade. Love, I'll have your handle in the description box. So cute, so cute. These are hair clips?
Yeah.
All handmade by you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, love.
So much.
Oh my God, the bunnies. This damn bunny's gonna beat the death of me. I think a volunteer tried to tape it down. It's just so windy. Okay, I think like that. That's just gonna have to do for now. Things are finally starting to calm down. It's 3:24. The market is about to start soon. Yuka isn't back yet. Hair, makeup, outfit. outfit is not on yet, so hopefully we can get home soon, but nothing like a swig of Dr. Pepper. This is like the equivalent of smoking cigarettes for me. Do you need our help at all? We can each grab one if it makes things easier. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, stress.
I wasn't expecting this.
Danielle, how about you just film and we do this?
Okay, but I want to grab one too. Sorry. They literally got here just in time, but I don't know why I'm always so embarrassed when like people waiting in line see all the things that are like running late. We got another beanbag, another one. Let's see what this whole beanbag situation is looking like. Some of them have like plastic casings, but I think, can we, Art? Is it possible? We're gonna have to move the retro gaming center just a little bit because the beanbags are kind of a lot. We did it. Okay. This is the lounge area. I think it looks good. They're adding like little tiny tables. They gave us extra bean bags free of charge just for being late, so that's really nice. Dani's already doing some shopping. I'm glad she is though, because she's gonna be working the bar the entire event. So like every market, we kind of do have like a new issue that arises. Vendors have been very good so far, like the rental vendors. The only issue that we have been having, what we do have going on though, is that our actual vintage vendors, they're running late. I don't know where they're coming from exactly. A few that already arrived, they were telling me that there's a really big car accident, so it's jamming everyone on the freeway. We asked the vendors get here before 3:45, but we are gonna make an exception this time. I'm ready to be like, rules are rules, you gotta follow them, but Yika was just like, no, we gotta cut them some slack. So I was like, all right. Oh, okay, but let me grab my stuff. I'm ready to go home, take a cold shower. We're about a minute away, guys. We already have a line going. Say hi! Yay, love it. Carla? It really sucks that I'm actually leaving as doors are opening. I really wanted to be here, but I also need to get ready. So let me go get my bag. And I desperately need to, I'm not gonna shower, but I am gonna at least rinse my body. Okay, I'm not gonna rinse it, I will wash it. But I hate that I can't be here to say hi to everyone. But don't worry, I will be roaming around, I will be taking photos, I will be taking videos of everyone outfits too. Yay, I'm so happy to see everyone. Guys, that line is long. Okay, but it is time to go. We're gonna go get ready and then we'll be right back. We come bearing Jello shots, so let's go fill up the fridge. Looks like people are shopping. Great. Yes! People are taking advantage of the bean bags. Let's go. And they're playing Arthur's games too. Okay, fun. We come bearing Jello shots.
Oh my gosh,
But they're not just regular Jello shots. They're sparkly glitter Jello shots. We are fully stocked. We'll see how well they do, but as of right now, we've only sold 2 alcoholic drinks, so maybe our crowd aren't drinkers. Leftover Jello shots are in the fridge now. Let's go do a little round, see what people are doing. Arthur's probably gonna check up on his TVs. Let's see, what are people playing? Hello. Oh my gosh, Karina, I didn't even see you. How are you doing? Yuka's booth is killing. I love that. It is popping off and I kind of am done with all my duties. I'm sweating like crazy. 1 hour until the market closes. I want to do some shopping now. I keep getting pulled into different directions, but we have this booth right here. carnivorous arrangement made for dogs and cats. I want to spoil my babies. So we have 3 different bouquets here. I just don't know whether my girls would like a shrimp or a fish. Okay. So interesting. I'll do this one. It's my time. I'm gonna switch out my eyebrow piercing for a shorter bar because it's just getting really irritated right now. I love it.
Period. I'm glad. And she should feel more comfortable too. For sure.
It looked kind of stupid with so much scar just sticking out. Yeah.
I'll put this in a baggie though, just in
My eyebrow piercing is in. It already looks loads better, but I feel a little nauseous. All I've had today is a Dr. Pepper. And so I think, I don't know, I'm just a little sensitive. And so I feel a little sick. I feel a little nauseous. But let's go do some shopping. I'll give you numbers on how much I made at my booth. But let's see what's out there. It is time to break down. The chair table vendors are already here. They need their tables and chairs. So we're doing the bar real quick. And we're just trying to get this out because we literally only have 2 hours to clear up and be out of the warehouse totally because we don't want to be charged any more than we've already paid. Bean bags have been picked up. Adam is clearing up the DJ area. And it looks like everyone is starting to clear up. I barely got to do any shopping. Here we have Arthur's TV lounge. It's already been broken down. I want to do some last minute shopping though. I feel like I barely got to buy anything. And I want to support as many vendors as I can. Oh no, I feel like I'm running out of time. Nicole is still here. She has like some of the best fairy items. So I'm just gonna quickly go through here, see if there's anything that captures my eye, even though literally everything is freaking beautiful. Oh my gosh, like this is super pretty. But I know this bust might be a little too big for me. I was really wanting some sort of camisole. This is so freaking cute. I love the open back. Oh my goodness. I feel like I am all over the place with this video. I couldn't even show you us breaking anything down because our backstage bunnies are so damn good this round. And all of our friends came through. You know what I've noticed that I have to stop saying that I feel so lonely and I don't have friends because all our friends came through to help us and it made things run so much smoother, so much faster. So huge thank you to all of our friends. I've had some of the most wholesome conversations with you guys today. And like, honestly, these are the only times where I get to make friends outside of like, you know, the friends that I meet with Arthur. So it's like the girlfriends. I was just gonna say how I never got to polish these rings and I feel like these were the best rings I had. I know, it's okay. Guys, they're gonna be available on Whatnot now and they're gonna be so much cheaper, $5 start. So come get them. You guys know what time it is. Let's do a bathroom check. Sink looks good. We have a little bits and pieces of toilet paper. We can just pick those up real quick. Not too bad. Let's check out this toilet. Guys, 10 out of 10. Looks good. Let's check out the other one. I don't think this one would, oh, I think someone's in there right now. Okay. We'll just pick up little bits of trash here. This was our doing because we did use like fake leaves and stuff. So we'll just pick those up. Our huge ass bean bag. Let's take this to the front. Oh my God. Why is this so heavy? Muscle woman. Just a few more vendors. There's literally only 3. So I'm gonna walk the perimeter just to see if anything was left behind. We already have a dress. Oh my gosh. These are tattoo stencils. That's beautiful. Love that. I was actually wanting to get a tattoo today, but did not have the time. Okay, here's a dumpster. Surprisingly not too much trash. One dump there. Luckily this one has, oh my gosh, its own trash bag. Final walkthrough. We're done. It's 11:24. Just gonna check if there's anything else we need to clean up. It looks pretty damn good. We're gonna leave the chalk on the floor because he said it's totally okay. They like pretty much mop it. They have a cleaning crew that comes in. Oh wait, there's that thing on the window. I don't know what that is. Cool Scorpio. It is ours. Okay. Maybe they can pick it up. I'm sure they probably use this for markets. Oh guys, I never even got to show you my outfit. I didn't do the night. I ended up being a, I guess, wingless fairy. This is the look. I got this top from the Goodwill bins, a little necklace from Bunny's Collective, a skirt I thrifted at Goodwill, and then Seek shoes from Unif. The market happened 11 days ago. I know a lot of time has passed, but I do have a haul to show off, and then I could talk about the numbers, how we did, how my booth did, and then I have a little rant session towards the end. But okay, I'm feeling loads better now, I'll be totally honest. I got depressed after the market. First of all, you guys know I have chronic back pain. I suffer from sciatica. No flare-ups, thankfully. My body did hurt 3 days after the market, but not like a sciatica internal hurt, more like a tired, sore hurt. I was looking at the days that I had off. In March, I only had 1 day off. And that single day, I actually hung out with a friend and I walked over 20,000 steps. So looking back at all that, I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense why you're so freaking tired and why you slipped into a depression. So I also think it's similar to like post-travel blues. I had post-market blues where I felt like I had no direction in life anymore. I was like, okay, I worked for months and months leading up to this market, and now that it's over, what? I just go back to my day-to-day routine. I enjoy doing things outside of my usual rut, and I was just like, okay, Danielle, you need to snap out of it. You're being ungrateful. You love your life. You have beautiful children. I have a husband who loves me. I live in a beautiful loft. There's no reason for me to be depressed. So here we are 11 days later, and I feel loads better. I'm ready to film, ready to get back to work. So I want to show you everything that I got at Usagi. Start off with what Arthur got me. It's so funny. I actually got him from the same exact vendor, a little Teletubby coin purse, and so he got me this Pink Panther keychain. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the Pink Panther. I always have since I was a kid. I feel like a lot of people think it's a boring cartoon, but I'm obsessed with it. So I think I'm just gonna put some sort of like spring ring on it and then attach it to one of my bags. Every single market I always purchase from Miracle Ransom. So I think the last market I purchased a tank. Absolutely love the way that it looks on me, so I purchased another one, and this one just has an all-over graphic. And you know what, something that's different is that they actually added these labels on the inside. And coincidentally, very similar to the name Miracle Ransom, I also purchased from XOXO Ransom. They're a small business that always ends with Usagi, and they specialize in crochet. It really is just like the perfect little piece to add to my outfits for a little bit of texture. And then you guys always spoil me with gifts, so let me start off with the Foraging Bunny. We have content coming up on IG and TikTok very soon, but they are their own small business that specializes in jewelry. So I was given this little safety pins with some hanging beads, this super pretty pink beaded necklace with a little star pendant, a little beaded ring, a wire bunny necklace, and then my favorite, some button earrings. And I almost forgot, she gave me a whole baggie of forks and spoons. I love that you guys are encouraging my hobby of spoon fork bending. If you don't know, I make these into rings. And I think it's so sweet. And then from Rach and her daughter, she gave me this whole baggie full of candy, stickers, a little bouncy ball that Kiko and Sesame absolutely love. More spoons, more forks, and we've got some beaded jewelry. And you know what's really sweet too, y'all, is that not only did they gift jewelry for me, but also to Arthur. I absolutely love when you also include Arthur, because honestly, he's a big part of my YouTube videos behind the scenes, and also he does a lot for the market too. So thank you so much for giving Arthur's flowers. Absolutely love it. And then I have been friends and IG friends with Nayeli and her boyfriend for the longest time, for like years now. Towards the end of the market, she came by to say hi and she gave me this little bunny barrette. I'm obsessed. Thanks so much for coming through. This is now our 5th market, and so I'm just grateful that you guys are still coming out and supporting, but we've got a lot to talk about. So I'm not sure if you guys are interested in like the numbers and, you know, the outcome of this market, but I want to at least share it with you in case you're interested in hosting your own night market, because for the most part I always share that, like, yeah, it's a lot of work and it's super expensive, but we can go into more detail if you're curious. But if this gets a little too chatty, a little too boring, let me know in the comments, and then in the future I can just stick to the blog. But this was our first market that we offered free admission, but to make this a self-sustaining market, we had to increase the booth prices, which initially the vendors were not very happy about that. We went from $135 to $160. So just keep in mind, again, before we used to charge our vendors for their booth fee, and then we would charge attendees for a ticket. That means we had a grander budget for more activations, for bigger talent, for more decorations, but this time it was only what we got from booth fees. So really, did free admission help us out at all? Our main goal was just to increase foot traffic. Well, we increased attendees by 20%. I am happy that we got people through the door. I'm just not very happy with that number. I thought it was going to be loads bigger, to be honest. Since our only budget was coming from booth fees, that did mean that we had less activations. I'm not sure if you noticed, but we didn't have too many tables that were just like free for our attendees. We did the temporary tattoos because it was cost effective. We still kept our clothing swap, our trinket swap, and then Arthur, we used to compensate Arthur in the past for his TV installation. I was begging him because it is a lot of work. And he was like, sure, I'll do the TV retro lounge for free. So guys, when I tell you, let's give it up for Arthur in the comments, because he absolutely did not have to do that, but because I'm his wife and I begged a lot, he did come through for us. But I'll vent on his behalf, because not only are those TVs heavy as hell, but it takes a lot of labor to move them from our loft to our venue. And so he had to ask his friends for help, because we have a small Honda Civic, so we had to use our friend's car, Yuka's dad's van. Arthur and his friends went above and beyond to make this retro gaming pit happen. And then the last thing we had was the lounge area. And did you notice that for talent, we only had one DJ the entire night and one harp player? So yeah, we didn't have a lot of funds to get more extravagant talent. Like in the past, we've had Moreau. But we did splurge a little bit on the lounge area with the bean bags and the rugs, because we want to do that moving forward with every single market, just because people need a place to chill and relax. But I also want to note that just because we raised booth prices does not mean that me and Yuka walked away with more in our pocket at the end of the night. Not at all. We each got $250. Although months and months of work, we only walked away with that amount. Good news for you guys though is that the next few markets we're going to continue doing free admission until we can prove to our vendors that we can get 1,000, 3,000 attendees through the door. Once we get a little bit more established in the community, people know Usagi Mercado, and then when we're able to bring like waves and heaps of people through the door, we might just go back to charging admission. So yes, I did make $250 from the market, but let's talk about my booth. I didn't fill a full 10 by 10 booth. I also shared it with 2 friends. And so I made $2,017, which I'm totally okay with. Usually my minimum that I like to make when I vend in person is $2 grand. I know everyone has their own preference of like vending in person, reselling online, and $2 grand is awesome to make at an event, but hosting the market is plenty of work enough, like having to worry about having my own booth and setting it up and breaking it down. Oh my god, that's just a lot to put onto my plate. So like moving forward, I would like to not have a booth, just because I already sell on Whatnot and that's so convenient for me. But as long as we're gonna be doing free admission, I think I'm just gonna have to have a booth. You guys know I try to be as transparent as possible when it comes to numbers and expenses about the market, but I have to be mindful because I also have a business partner, so I can't just like spill the beans on everything. But I will give you numbers just so that you get an idea of how expensive it is. Your jaw is gonna hit the floor when you hear these numbers. Porta potties, $700. Security guards, $700. Talent, $1,000. Marketing, $600. Photo booth, $400. And the bean bags that I've been complaining so much about, $300. And that's not even including table chair rentals, compensating our volunteer director, paying for insurance, the lighting, generators, and so much more. But those are some really big numbers. That's why you guys see me panicking when like vendors come in really late or they don't show up, because I'm just like, we're literally paying you hundreds of dollars and you're not here. I know I always complain that hosting markets is expensive, but like, does that give you guys an idea that like, it really is that expensive? It also might just be that I live in Los Angeles. Everything right now is so inflated in the city. Yuka and I always try to take a lot of information and implement it into our next market so that we can learn from things that we experience and things that we can do better. But that just means we also heavily rely on vendor feedback. We got a handful of comments that this event was record-breaking in sales for them. Others didn't meet their monetary goals. We can tell that it was a lot of the art vendors, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's pretty common when it comes to night markets. I feel like our vendors would probably excel more at a market that focused on trinkets or art itself. But I feel like with Usagi Mercado, our primary focus is vintage clothing. We also did try to combat that. So this market, we only brought on like 1 or 2 art vendors, but we made sure that they had very different, distinct styles. But I still don't think that was enough. We also got a lot of complaints. Even people literally told me in person, it's hot. It's so freaking hot in here. It's not even summer yet, y'all. And that warehouse was literal hell. The temperature felt like an oven. We did have industrial fans all along the perimeter, but it just wasn't enough because they're just tossing out warm, hot air everywhere. So if we're gonna stay at that warehouse, which I personally really love it because it's got all the windows, which probably makes it even more hot, but it has the exposed brick, we're gonna have to add a new expense. Swamp coolers, or at least look for a new venue that actually has AC. The only thing that sucks with a lot of these industrial warehouses, they don't have it unless they are really modern, and that just means the price of the venue to rent it is gonna skyrocket. I'm not sure if I ever mentioned it to you guys, but the very first Usagi Mercado we had, that venue cost us over 9 grand. And that's why we only walked away with $27 each. I'm laughing now, but honestly, that was crazy. I haven't really told anyone yet, but have already been touring other venues. We kind of decided that we want to have smaller markets and then our bigger markets around like Halloween time at that venue. And so, okay, Yuka's gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna tell you guys anyway. Our next event is gonna be a $25 and under event, meaning you can shop, nothing will be over 25 bucks. And we're hoping it also stays free admission, so we're trying to keep it as affordable and accessible as possible. And I want to slightly speak it into existence because we're manifesting, we're already chatting via email, but it might be in collaboration with someone very, very fun, which means location might be a little bit more central. Let me put this down because it's time to rant now, y'all. I was a little disappointed when I was going through all the leftover clothes for the clothing swap. So I'm the one who always takes it every night because I live very close to a shelter that we like to donate it to. And okay, so I did start off the clothing swap this market. I brought a lot of cute vintage clothes. We had paper tags, we had things that I had DIY'd and reworked. All of that was gone by the end of the night, and things that were left over was just unacceptable, y'all. We do have trinket swap rules that we post online on our IG and that we have printed out on the tables, and it says no damaged items, no dirty items. Everything that was left over, y'all, were things that you would not wear every day. There were more sleep shirts, there were PJs, it was workout clothes, it was stained clothes, it was torn, damaged clothes. And this market too, we did not put a volunteer there because we were just like, everyone's adults, we're gonna trust everyone. They know exactly the level and standard of clothing that we're expecting to be put in. And that just didn't happen. Also, this was clothes that I was ashamed to drop off at the shelter because even unhoused people should not be wearing any of the clothes that was left over. I really hope moving forward, you guys don't see the clothing swap as a donation center where you can just bring in the clothes that you don't like. It should be clothes that is cute, that someone else would gladly pick up in exchange for something else. So I think we're gonna have to go back to having a few volunteers there, maybe checking some of the clothes that you bring and just making sure that it's acceptable clothing to a swap. I'm also thinking, do you guys like the whole table situation? Would you rather have the clothing swap be on clothing racks and on hangers? I've always loved a good rummage, but I feel like if it's on clothing racks, it might be a little bit more organized and easier to shop. So if you have any ideas for that, drop them down below in the comments. But guys, even though Yuka and I get a very small check after each market, we're gonna keep going. She and I see the potential in Usagi, and I know you guys do because you continue to support us, so thank you so much. But we want to do big things with Usagi. We want to be a traveling market. We want to have our own clothing line. We want our own storefront. So thank you to everyone who continues to support us, y'all, whether it's coming to the market and supporting our vendors. We also go live on Whatnot, where sometimes we host these streams where a portion of the sales goes back into Usagi. If you ever have any ideas about activations or talent or who we should collab with, hit us up in our DMs. We're always open to it. I don't know how long this video is. I know I've been yapping for a long time, but let me know if you guys like this whole like market breakdown. If not, it's okay. I could cut it in the next vlog. But as always, y'all, thank you so much for watching. If you're in the local area, come through to Usagi. The next one's gonna be a good one. As always, I do post videos at least once a week. See you in the next one. Bye!